Yeah, nice. So side stairs.
Good morning. This video is specifically for the Southport Facebook page. I want to thank you so much for yesterday's festival at Morden Park. Oh, bloody notification. I should have put the damn phone on flight mode. Anyway, let's continue. I had a whale of a time. Oh my days. Oh my God. I thought I had a good time at the 51st State a few weeks ago. Even though, you know, there was a bit of rain and it was quite muddy, we thought that if it had the weather been better, we would have had a better time. But I'll tell you now, even if there was wall-to-wall sunshine a few weeks ago at the 51st State, it wouldn't have touched the sides. It didn't have a patch on the festival, the Southport Festival at Morden Park yesterday. Yesterday, man, I ain't moved my backside like that since mid-2019, and I am so looking forward to the weekender in Bognor in March 2022. And I really regret, all of us, we regret missing out on the actual proper Southport weekenders that's been going for the last 40 odd years or so. And because we mucked up, because what was happening, we used to go to the Caister Soul Weekender, and as you know, it was like either a week before or after Caister, and so we screwed up, and it was always on our bucket list to go to the Southport Weekender. And when we decided to do it, you had the last one back in, I think, 2016 or 15, and we really messed up. However, with the grace of blessings, you're doing another one. So I mean, it probably won't be the same as the original Southport in Southport, but it's still better than nothing. So I'm so looking forward to going to the weekender in March, this March. Anyway, the name of the event yesterday, Beautiful People, that was so apt, because the atmosphere and the energy of the people was just that, beautiful people, except for a very small, tiny minority of people that I'm going to address in this video. I doubt if they'll be watching, but just in case on a small chance they might be watching, what I'm going to say is addressed to you. Now, I was in the second tent along from the main stage. As you come in the entrance, there was a first stage, first tent, then the stage to the left, and then there was the second tent. Now I was in there boogieing away, having a good time, and I made reference to this scenario in a previous video I uploaded called King Rich's response to the clubbers, nightclubs. And I made the reference about being an old school boogie boy, old school clubber, partying amongst youngsters, and how they wouldn't relate to an old boy getting down and boogieing, especially with dance skills that I have acquired from being involved in the sub-youth culture of yesteryear. And this is something that did actually happen in that tent, because I would describe them as mildly on the ghetto side. They weren't total ghetto girls, but they were of that leaning. And I didn't witness it myself, but my friend said, oh, you know, while you was boogieing, they were kind of mocking me, trying to mimic the moves I was doing. Now, I just put that down to simple jealousy. I put down to jealousy because I think when they come across a party animal like me, it reveals how one-dimensional or limited dimensions they have, because they could probably only step from side to side. At the very best, maybe they can just twerk or do the usual get a girl move of just winding their waist, and that's probably all they're capable of. And so when they come across a guy like me, it makes them appear boring in comparison. I basically upstage them. But the vibe of last night is about having a good time, and the vibe again with the old school youth culture is expressing yourself through dance. Through dance, you let yourself go and you express yourself. And it just happens back in my day, there was a lot of talent involved in dancing, and I've kept it. So they're probably jealous that, oh, this old boy could freaking outdance us 100 times, 100-fold, 100 times, and us young bucks can't outdance this guy. And probably this feeling of resentment came up. So to make them still feel better, they wanted to mock me. Now, my message to you group of girls, or anyone who thinks like you, either be you a ghetto gal or if you're on that leaning, I would suggest, now it's your priority, you can do what you like, but this is my advice. I would say you'll be better placed in venues that plays dancehall stroke bashment, R&B, drill or grime. Now why I say that is because in those places the energy atmosphere is one of an angry nature. It's cold and unwelcoming, and that suit you just fine because you are of that ilk. The stereotype that is upon you being having attitude, unapproachable, unpleasant, you deserve that stereotype because you promote it. So you deserve it, because that the impression the world has of you is the impression you have given that world. So I would suggest that you stay away from the places that the happy people go to, such as the Southport Weekenders, or be it 51st State or Hailing Soul Weekend, or anywhere where the happy people go, and just start going to the venues where the angry people go. Because I mentioned in my previous video, again, King Rich's nightclub response. Since NWA came on the scene, Niggas with Attitude in 1988 was a birth of the angry generation. The, you know, fuck the police and yo motherfucker, I'm the wrong nigga to fuck with, I put a cap in your ass generation. And you are the spawn of that generation. So my advice, stay away from the happy people, because you're not needed. You know, you don't add anything. You're not really part of that happy energy. You'd be better placed where you belong, amongst the rest and bitch faces mecca, like a dancehall, bashment, R&B, grime, them places that promotes guns and knives and so forth. That will suit you just fine. So that's my message to you. Any other from that, the rest of the party people, it was great being amongst you. I look forward to being with you again in March 2022 and more dates onwards, until I can't physically do it anymore. So thank you very much once again for a really great time yesterday. Okay, I gotta go, and have a great day. It's a beautiful day out there today.